Love Cobra Kai and can't wait for the next season? Or are you more into something like Bridgerton? Or even better, are you a fan of both? Well, we have exciting news. One of our favorites from the hit karate show is all set out for a new project. Any guesses on who's writing that show? In today's video, we'll tell you all about the Cobra Kai star joining a new supernatural thriller show from the Bridgerton writer. So who is it, you ask? It's none other than our childhood crush, Peyton List herself. It seems her wimpy kid days are long gone, and after the success of her show in Cobra Kai, she's decided to take up some bigger roles. Well, she's always been an absolute sensation. At the young age of just 24, she's already made her mark across the world. We think it might be because her acting journey started quite early on, about 20 years back when she was just 4. Did you ever notice her tiny cameo appearance in the second Spider-Man film? After that role, she went nowhere but up. Disney's Jessie was her most notable work for a very long time, but her character in Cobra Kai has been a fan favorite ever since her entry into the show. Tory edginess, along with her refusal to ever back down from a fight, definitely adds a layer of much-needed dimension onto the otherwise quite lighthearted show. She's a diverse actor, that's for sure. She's done roles in rom-coms, comic book movies, children's shows, karate shows, and now she's moving on to a more supernatural and thriller vibe. Knowing she's nailed everything she's ever touched before, we're pretty confident she's gonna kill this role too. Now, on to who's writing the show. Oliver Goldstick, writer of not only Bridgerton, but also Pretty Little Liars and High School Musical, the series, is on board to be an executive producer and showrunner of this project. With the immaculate success of all these shows, we expect that the next one will be just as big. If you think back to a couple of years ago, Pretty Little Liars was truly iconic for its time. It was a show that left everyone hunting for tiny clues every episode, hoping they'd be the one to crack who A was. Just like that, High School Musical, the musical series, has been quite popular lately too. This is just the show you need to watch if you're into musicals. It's just the right amount of nostalgia mixed in with modern and contemporary music. After all, it's what's given birth to our darling Olivia Rodrigo's career. Then there's Bridgerton, which we all know and love anyway. Before Stranger Things Season 4, Bridgerton's second season held the record for the highest streamed English-language TV debut, so it's obvious that the show's doing well. And all of these are just a few of Goldstick's credits. He's worked on so much more, including Ugly Betty and Desperate Housewives. We think there's just gotta be something special in his fingers, because it seems everything he touches turns to gold. Keeping that in mind, we're all really excited for the new show. Goldstick will be working alongside Megan Trinrud and Nate Trinrud, who are writing the upcoming adult graphic novel this YA series will be based on. According to reports, the first episode of the show has already been written. Moving on, let's get down to business. Now comes the time to talk about what the show's even about. The current title for the thriller is School Spirits, but since it's still in pre-production, the title isn't finalized as of yet. Like the name suggests, School Spirits is about a teen who gets stuck in the afterlife. To understand why she's stuck here and how she mysteriously disappeared in the first place, she decides to investigate with a few other high schoolers also stuck there. If there's one thing this tells us about Goldstick, it's that he has a knack for shows about teens. Hey, we're not complaining. Who doesn't need some classic high school drama for a casual laid-back Sunday evening? As long as the showrunners handle this right, this could be the new Summer I Turned Pretty, which has been the newest viral sensation. So what can we expect from the show? Well, the latest to come from the writer has been Bridgerton, which many have said was particularly famous because of its steamy scenes. That's why, if we were to guess some spicy action will be spotted in this show, we probably might not be too far off from reality. Okay, yeah, we know. There's the fact that it's a show based on high schoolers, but we can't forget that it is based on an adult graphic novel after all. Maybe it's just like Euphoria, and the darker side of being a teen is explored. As of now, we know that 8 episodes will be released in the first season. For some, it might not be quite enough, but judging by the first volume of Stranger Things Season 4, we can say it's not impossible to make a fast-paced story and still have it be good, even when the runtime of the episodes is less. Unfortunately, a premiere date has not been announced yet. What we do know, though, is that the production will be overseen by Awesomeness Studios, and the series will be exclusive for Paramount Plus subscribers. This project is a part of the streaming service's efforts towards pushing more YA content, like it has done before with the iCarly revival and upcoming film Honor Society. Considering the average way that a thriller is put together, we can expect a big twist at the end of the season, which would be explained in the season to follow, though a second one isn't confirmed yet. However, Paramount Plus isn't famous for canceling shows the way Netflix is, so if the first season performs well enough, the second season is basically guaranteed. Adding to that, Paramount Plus is relatively new for a streaming service, while others like Netflix and Prime have been around for a while, though that obviously puts Paramount Plus in a harder position. Since it has a lot more room for improvement, it also means there's more pressure to create better content that audiences like, which is great for people like us. Wait, does this mean Peyton's leaving Cobra Kai? Thankfully, this is one thing we're sure of. Our favorite badass Tory isn't going anywhere, at least not right now. After her somewhat complex win at the All-Valley Tournament in Season 4's finale, her story is nowhere near complete. Season 5 of Cobra Kai, set to release on September 9th of this year, has already been teased in a trailer. The trailer clearly shows Tory going through a range of emotions after her victory against Sam, so we know she'll be very much present in the next season. The season will also explore more of Tory and Robbie's relationship, and of course, we know that, as always, a lot of karate can be expected. But we're just hoping things don't go wrong. We haven't forgotten this industry's tendency to cast actors well beyond their teenage years for teen roles. Goldstick himself might be the poster child for this action, since the core cast of Pretty Little Liars was between 20 and 24, back when they were supposed to be playing high schoolers. Netflix's Never Have I Ever received quite a lot of backlash for this reason alone too. Darren Barnett, who plays Paxton, the local high school hottie in that teen drama, is nearing 32 years now, which is well over a decade since he was last a teen. Honestly, it's become quite a trend. Like PLL, The Vampire Diaries, and Teen Wolf have been among many others to be criticized for misrepresenting teenagers. We do understand why casting directors make this decision. It's mostly because the laws around child actors are very different, and having a minor on set makes production more restricting. The problem, however, lies in how this affects an average teenage viewer. While it doesn't look like much of an issue on the surface, clinical psychologists have confirmed that these shows have a debilitating effect on teenage mental health. When teens see more mature, developed bodies on screen that are supposed to represent people like themselves, they might feel less confident in their own skin. It's safe to say teenage years are quite complicated as they are. There is absolutely no need for any externally added pressure on teens to look a certain way. Perhaps that's why Stranger Things hits the right spot with so many people. Children look like children, so it doesn't project completely unrealistic standards for those watching. Of course, some may say that teenagers don't really care for all this, but psychology says differently. Teenagers specifically are subscribers to the spotlight effect, which makes them feel like everyone's constantly looking at them, even though that's not true. We can just hope that with raised awareness around the matter, Goldstick has learned from the past and picks the right people to play the parts. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think the show will live up to the writer's earlier work? Do you think Peyton List will be the main character or just a supporting role? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.